ahead and hop on Attack on Titan because I know Ralph seen that because I watched it with him.
That twice. I ain't gonna lie, that should have been in theaters.
Man, you took the words out of my mouth. I was like, I'm finna be decisive. The Attack on Titan 1 hour special should have been in theaters, and Demon Slayer should have just dropped April 9th like they said they was. Because that Attack on Titan special pulled at my heartstrings, had me on the edge of my seat. I did not want to breathe.
And listen, bro, it was so many moments, but one moment that ain't getting enough shine for me. I know we're gonna talk about Hanji, but when the soundtrack started soundtracking, when the Beast Titan popped up, and you saw all of them rushing to him, my whole mouth was just...
When they dropped out the plane, let me say this, because Reiner got some points from me. Him being the one to confront Zeke when he bit himself and he came out the smoke and just went straight for Zeke. I said, you get points from me.
Get points.
You get points from me. Because that was cold. That whole Armin went to work. Mikasa, I know Mikasa's gonna go to work. Everybody's gonna go to work. It's
Bro, my mouth dropped, and it wasn't like purposeful. I just realized, I was like, ooh, oh shit, let me fix myself. Like the entire time, bro.
It was what Ron said when the soundtrack started soundtracking. They got to work. Levi pulled up on the scene. Levi said, "Y'all not leaving me," and I felt him on that.
he held his weapon. He said, "I only need 2 fingers.
I'm gonna go hard. All I need." I was like, "Okay, let's get it then."
Levi pulled up with 6 fingers, 7 fingers.
And we don't know, no missing eye, 6 fingers, no rib cage,
stitches everywhere,
ready to fight. But that Hanji scene, bro.
R.I.P. Hanji. I had to do a salute on that. I had to do a salute. I'm dead serious. I sat in my bed and did the salute because she did her thing against all them colossal titans.
She took down a lot of them.
Had them tripping over each other.
Mm-hmm.
That one that slid.
That right there is what got me.
That was so funny. And the memes that came after that, I was like, I know Eren embarrassed. But Hanji taking her bow out, and even at the end, her still being fascinated with the Titans, in her last moments, she was still Hanji. And I was like, you know what? She did her thing. And when her cape started catching on fire, I was like, this is not gonna end well. And they kept focusing in on the ODM gear, heating up. And I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. She finna blow up. And when she did, it was just like, damn.
And it was the icing on the cake was that we got to see her wake up in the afterlife.
That was sad too.
That was the icing on the cake right there.
It was sad, but it was also I'm glad you with your homies. You made it.
It was bittersweet.
And when Eren was like, you fulfilled your purpose, and it was just and that shook me up, and I was like, because they made it, they on the way. You did what you came to do.
Eren bringing them to that little, what's it called, the astral field? I don't know what they call that little zone where he talks to his
I forgot what that place is called.
I don't remember.
They were yelling at him, Eren, talk to us. Ain't no talking. Y'all got free will. You want to stop me?
Fight me.
Come beat me.
He said, if y'all wanted to stop, you're going to have to kill me. And then they was like, why you even bring us here? To let y'all know that there's nothing to talk about. That is a troll.
I want all the smoke.
He said, you got free will, just like me. I do what I want to do, and you do you.
I think Eren's whole thing is just I have to cause this destruction. It's it's written. It's already written in the pages. If y'all have to stop me. At this point, y'all have to stop. Man. And Annie asking Mikasa for the second time, if it comes down to it, are you gonna kill Eren? And she don't want to answer him. And I was like, it's gonna have to be you. It's gonna have to be you.
This versus debate is rated B for blurred. Grab your swords, drones, and comic books, because we're about to get black and nerdy. You have been warned.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the final round of our Cartoon Network versus Tuesday tournament. Which Cartoon Network show is king? I'm your host, Foop, joined by my two co-hosts, Ryan and Ralph. If you're listening to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and any other streaming service, oh, that's the wrong intro. But anyway, and
y'all both funny.
We just go with it.
We just gonna go with it.
We go with it.
We go with it. All right. Follow us on our social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I'm gonna leave that up there for a while. If you're watching us on YouTube, watching us on Twitch, or even watching us on Facebook, subscribe, hit that follow button, and like the page. Also, while you're watching and listening, hit us on Twitter. Use our hashtag Join the Mob Nerds and let us know how you're feeling about this final round. Also, can't forget the affiliate links. You can check out our affiliate links for Right Stuff Anime and Entertainment Earth on our Linktree page at linktr.ee/the Blurred Mob, or you can check our other one /the Blurred Mob Pod releases. All right. Who do we have in the stream today? So we got the Dark Sage joining us once again. He said, "I'm here for business."
My boy.
There is business to be handled.
Business to be handled. He said, "Ralph dancing for that bag."
Listen, you got to get it how you live, right?
Hey,
I feel it.
So we are in the final round of the tournament. I just have to ask you guys, how has been your experience with this being our second tournament as well as the final round of the Cartoon Network?
It's been entertaining seeing our fans opinions on these different shows. Many of them I do not agree with. However, the support with the votes, the support in the comments, it warmed my heart. Hurt my head, but warmed my heart.
What about you, Ralph? You got some words?
Honestly, this has been a good tournament. Doing this live, it has been nice. I will say that being able to interact with with our viewers, from what they say, what they think about what we say, and everything like that. Being encouraging, of course, because this is our first live tournament. So
yeah,
seeing everybody show up in the voting and in the comments, thank y'all for that. Did think about coming to the stream, coming to hang out with us. Thank you for spreading the word. Thank you for all of the responses. We love every last one of y'all.
Definitely. I just want to put up Dark Sage's comment. He said, "Man, I've been loving this. Favorite part of my Tuesdays." Definitely appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Like what Ralph said, with this being our first live tournament and getting the responses and the feedback and the interaction that we got has definitely made this enjoyable. So I appreciate everybody who's been here, whether you were here at the start or you joined in later. Big ups to you guys for how this has been going.
Yeah. And it's been a pretty smooth experience. Like, for this to be our first time going live, like, not too many issues.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Bugs.
I kind of feel like, because like we have this dynamic that we've just been, growing since like 2022, and then just stepping into live, like it's really nothing different other than the fact that, we live.
Yeah.
You're right.
Honestly, shout out to the content creators who do it by themselves. Like, for example, shout out to Sage, since he's been supporting us. I'm gonna be real. This wouldn't be possible if we didn't have this group keeping this thing going.
No, like I say this every time somebody asks like how's it been having Ryan and Ralph on the podcast, and I say it every time like that was like one of the best decisions I've ever made for the podcast was putting y'all two
Mm-hmm.
on here. Cause like we
Yep.
got this dynamic, we know each other, like we're not afraid to challenge each other on things, and it flows.
Mm-hmm.
We done group projects together, so we know
We
how
didn't.
we work.
I
This ain't nothing new.
This is nothing new. We just showing you guys for the first time how we work.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
honestly.
But let's get into it. Not to keep everybody waiting. The final round, we got 34 participants, and our final fight came down to Teen Titans versus Gold Eagle. So for the final round, for the rules, me, Ryan, and Ralph are gonna have 60 seconds to explain our choice. Um, Based on what I said in the last live, we're gonna do an additional 60 seconds um for the opposing team. Whoever we didn't pick, we'll do 60 seconds for them. After those 60 seconds, we will reveal the winner of the tournament, and then we'll do our response. So Deanna Harper said, "Let's go. Let's have some discourse." We gonna see. We gonna see.
We gonna see.
But like always, you guys have 60 seconds. You don't have to use your full 60 seconds, but it's just there to keep
Mhm.
everything together. So we're gonna start with Ryan. 60 seconds on
Wait,
the
wait, wait.
clock.
And the first ones are our choices or our second choice?
Your choice,
Your
your actual
first, yeah.
choice. And then we're gonna double back and do the 60 seconds on why we didn't choose the other.
Mm. Hold on, let me breathe. Let me breathe.
Not breathe. You had 10 minutes to breathe.
Right.
No, but you know, like once you on the stage and
You
the
had
lights
an
start
entire
shining.
week
Please, you love
to
this.
prepare
You
for
love
this.
being on the stage and smiling for the folks. We ready for your MLK speech. Come on.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm
You
ready.
ready? 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
I had an affinity for this project since birth. My dad, throughout his youth, was a Batman fan. And he grew up on Batman. When my dad didn't have any cable, he had pre-recorded cassette tapes. And one of the shows I enjoyed watching the most on those cassette tapes, next to Static Shock, shout out to the OG, was Teen Titans. I love Teen Titans. When I would go to my mom's house, because you know they separated, and I could actually watch the newer episodes on cable, I enjoyed it even more. I love the show. I love the dynamic. I love the character ensemble. I love the art style. I love the heroes. I love being able to see the sidekick Robin take leadership and grow and actually go through real challenges. I love the enemies. I love the expansion of the DC universe, which is why I still have hope for the DC universe now that it'll grow in the theaters. Shout out to the Blue Beetle trailer. And I was already pre-assimilated to DC. So I got to pick Teen Titans.
All right. He brought out the speeches today, y'all. He brought out the speeches. Deanna Harper said, "Come on, Ryan, with the dissertation." I told y'all he was coming with the speeches. But we moving on to Ralph. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Mm.
This was tough. I'm not even gonna lie. This was tough. However, I have to continue to ride with Nigel, Hoagie, Kookie, Wallaby, and Abigail. I have to. They pretty much brought me up as a kid. They taught me right from wrong. They taught me how to be able to handle my stuff as a child. Whether we like it or not, they taught us a lot about life. They taught us how to move forward, and they even gave us aspects of how grown-ups think and how how it has correlated to our lives now. We can see how it's kind of relatable to kids, how we looked at grown-ups younger days is now how we are grown-ups looking at kids. That's pretty much kind of how we feel. So
I feel it.
again, they had crossovers with Billy and Mandy, which was number 2 on the list. They had crossovers with, I believe, Powerpuff Girls as well. So,
All right. Ron said he's going code name Kids Next Door.
All right, Mom, get our
Ralph.
names right.
Dang, that's crazy.
What I say, Ron?
You said Ryan, yeah.
I need one of y'all to like. No, I'm just kidding. My bad. My bad. Ralph chose Codename Kids Next Door. Ryan chose Teen Titans. 60 seconds on me. 3, 2, 1. As I was preparing for this episode, I had a back of like a moment from my far memory of when I was watching Teen Titans. I went to the Cartoon Network website and typed them a very detailed email about why they should bring Teen Titans back. Because I specifically remember going to the website and I was like, y'all should bring it back. Like, y'all could definitely do this. Like, I read the comics and this is how you could do season 6. And I was like, why did I do that? Because I loved the show so much. Teen Titans sparked a lot of things for me. My interest in DC, comics spanning to Marvel, etc. Like, it started with Teen Titans. Gotta shout out my dad, the OG, for introducing me to all this stuff. But Teen Titans, all the way. I gotta go. Let's check the comments. Antoine at Ron, boy had an MLA formatted essay.
It was off the dome. All of these have been off the dome.
Deanna said, yay, Ralph, for causing the discourse. You can always count on Ralph to shake it up a little.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Sage at me, Cartoon Network. I need to speak to your manager. I still
Facts.
Listen.
I still need to speak to your manager. And Deanna Harper said, we love a young Blur. Like, listen, I've been here since day one.
Facts.
I've been here since day one. So, as promised, we're going to give you guys 60 seconds for the second choice. So, we're going to start with Ron. His second choice, obviously, is Codename Kids Next Door. 60 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1.
Codename Kids Next Door is a legend in its own right. But there can be 2 legends and one be slightly better. It is still a legend, though. That show is creativity. The work the authors and the writers put behind each episode, character designs, their character ensemble was lovely. The lore, just even the small stuff. We talked about it before, even the way that they titled each episode and made an acronym. I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that this show is legendary. It has impacted numerous generations and it impacted me. Just not as much as Teen Titans, but I love it. I will never be mad at anybody for putting it before Teen Titans. It's in my top 5 and it'll stay in my top 5. That's it.
All right. And that was some good words from Ryan. Moving on to Ralph. Speaking on the Teen Titans. 3, 2, 1.
Teen Titans aired for 3 years. Great run. Amazing run. Enjoyed it. It was one of the few shows that actually had a successful spinoff as well. Teen Titans Go.
It's successful. You can't look like that, Ryan.
I mean,
they still making episodes. They didn't make 2 movies.
Animation style, yes. Animation style is incredible. Let me continue. The action that they brought to Cartoon Network was brand new. Was not it? Nothing really compared to its level of action from what Teen Titans brought. So, I mean, all around character development, loved it. Beast Boy was my comedic relief every time. So I enjoyed it. I mean,
I'm gonna be real. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
that's crazy.
I'm just
You
gonna
didn't
say
like
it.
Teen Titans Go?
Teen Titans Go had some dope songs though.
Yeah.
Beast Boy was making them hits though. Beast Boy was making them hits, and then the movie. If y'all don't want to watch any Teen Titans Go material, I beg y'all to go watch Teen Titans versus Teen Titans Go.
Mm-hmm.
That jump went hard. They brought back the OG Teen Titans.
No,
They brought the Teen Titans from the New 52. They brought the
no,
Teen Titans from the 80s. Like they brought
no,
it. It was a
Mm-hmm.
multiverse. It was a Teen Titans
no,
multiverse story.
no,
You missing out, bro.
no. I watched.
Oh, I'm telling you.
I watched it.
No, you
It's not
didn't.
that. Yes, I've watched a few episodes. It ain't.
You
It.
I
didn't watch
said
the
the
movie.
movie. I said the movie.
Was that a movie or it's just a regular special when they had the
That was
old
a
Teen
Bro,
movie.
Titans
it
in it?
was a movie. I'm telling
And
you.
it was trash.
You
But
didn't
you
watch
didn't
it.
watch it.
No, I with the OG Teen Titans from the ones that we talking about in this show. Was that a movie or a special? Because I watched whatever that was where it had them in it, and it was trash.
When it had everybody. When it was the two Ravens and the Trigon
Yeah.
from the Teen Titanverse had got to the Ravens.
Yes, and it was
of the
trash.
TCG.
It was
Yeah,
trash.
I don't think you tried to enjoy it. I think
Yeah.
that's what happened. You didn't try to enjoy it.
How do you?
Because he
try
didn't enjoy
to-
the show.
How do you try to
Because
enjoy
you
something
already
that's bad?
you already went into the preconceived mindset that you weren't going to
No,
enjoy it.
I actually thought it might be enjoyable because they brought the old crew back.
It was good to me.
was good.
I like that they focused on Raven.
Y'all the ones who voted for Gumball. Y'all ops.
I didn't vote for
I
Gumball.
definitely
I
didn't
don't
vote for
believe
Gumball.
it. I don't believe it.
That's fine. You don't have to believe it.
I don't believe it.
You don't have to believe they're not even here. So what does that tell you? Gumball's not even here.
Teen Titans. What did y'all like about Teen Titans Go? Be real with me. Be real.
It
with me.
was funny.
Yeah.
What made you laugh?
The songs. That one where Beast Boy made that song when he was cheating on Raven with Terra.
The skit that they had with Batman when Batman was chasing them.
Oh, when they tried to turn Trigon into a actual father figure and not a demon from
Like, it's good moments in the show. You just didn't stick around to watch it.
I just wanted to hear y'all reasoning. Once I hear your reason, it's okay. I just wanted to know why. I don't agree, but I like. I'm glad you know.
You don't have to agree.
I didn't say I had to. I just wanted to hear you say what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, I ain't attacking you.
Okay.
I ain't mad at you.
All right now. All right. My 60 seconds for Codename Kids Next Door. Here we go. Oops. 3, 2, 1. If I had to pick Codename Kids Next Door, I have to pick it because of the creativity of of the kids, like exaggerating the kids versus like their biggest fears, like spankings, going to the dentist. The pirate thing was kind of out the way, but and then what Ralph said, it taught you a lot of life lessons, like dealing with siblings, dealing with the weird kids in your neighborhood.
Bullies.
And then I think Kids Next Door, the way that they expanded the lore, they made it very inviting to where you could imagine yourself being in Kids Next Door. That your neighborhood, that you could squad up with y'all friends and you guys could be number 50 through 55. And then even like as you grow older, the way the lore went is that you don't necessarily have to grow up. Like you don't have to let go of that childish part of you. So
quick question. It's the stuff I seen on Twitter about a new spinoff reel.
I keep seeing
mess.
I don't think it's April Fool's because the guy keeps posting like artwork of the designs and stuff, but I haven't seen anything officially come out that's actually being a spinoff.
Because historically, I don't know if y'all remember this, but it was like some years back. I think it was in the 2010s. There was like a website that was launched, and if you accessed it through Cartoon Network, there was like a code that was like "We'll be back" or some. It was something regarding Codename Kids Next Door, and it had the fans thinking it was going to come back, but it never did.
If it was 10 years ago, it probably was supposed to come back, but based on like maybe funding or whatever they had going on, they couldn't get anything running.
Right.
Yeah, because it wasn't a super big studio that did Codename Kids Next Door.
But the thing about it, like Codename Kids Next Door came out at a time where it was a bunch of cartoons. Like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon was releasing anything and everything to the public. But now, as we've already seen in the animation industry, it's kind of hard to get stuff jump started.
Yeah. Honestly, competition was high back then. Like, what's Cartoon Network's lineup looking like right now? Like, how many actual series are ongoing?
I know they got Craig of the Creek.
One.
Is it Bears?
I think that We Bare Bears show.
Yeah.
I don't.
Is that Clarence show that some people like still going?
I don't know.
Yeah.
But those are the only two I know about.
Yeah, I think competition was fierce back then, and now they got to compete against anime and stuff since everybody watches that now.
So. All right. So we did our 60 seconds for our primary choice and our 60 seconds for the secondary. Now it's the time that we reveal the winner. But before, to keep you all in suspense, make sure you guys follow us on our social media platforms. Subscribe and follow us, like the video, and make sure you use our hashtag Join the Mob Nerds to let us know how you're feeling about this episode. Also, make sure you check out our affiliate links for Right Stuff Anime and Entertainment Earth on our link trees. We're at linktr.ee/theblurredmob, or you can check us out on the Blurred Mob Pod releases. So, here we go. Moment of truth.
Your hard beating self. You too strong for all that.
Closer. You was doing it too. Your whole camera was shaking.
Oh,
but it ain't sound. Ralph, your bicep the size of my head. Chill out.
My camera is closer.
All right.
Well, not my camera, my mic.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Out of 34 responses, in the case of Codename Kids Next Door versus Teen Titans,
it better not be no blowout.
Teen Titans won by 61.8%, and Codename Kids Next Door lost by 38.2%. All right.
Fair enough.
I swear it's gonna be. If it was gonna be like an 80-20, if
it was anything like that Billy and Mandy stunt that was last week.
Can we talk about how disrespectful that was, bro?
No. You know what's crazy? Billy and Mandy was number 2.
Yeah,
you're right.
That was the number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed.
And they blew it out like that.
They blew it out, man. With no remorse.
That's crazy.
Yo. I'm glad they didn't lose that bad though.
I'm satisfied with the.
I'm satisfied with this. I'm satisfied. Shout out to the people who couldn't find it in their hearts to vote. I know we put 2 bad bitches against each other. We still love you. I feel like that's the reason we got 34 votes. They saw who was in the running and said, nope.
They said, why are you putting 2 baddies up against each other?
Why are we doing this?
We supposed to celebrate them.
I think one of our followers ended up quoting it and said, yeah, I'm going to just say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Teen Titans are Codename Kids Next Door.
Yes.
Both of them. What's that Dexter's Laboratory mean? Both of them.
Both of them. Man.
Can I hear your southern accent? Both of them. Both of them.
But that's it, y'all. I actually wrote a poem for this moment. Y'all ready?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
You lying.
Y'all got it. Y'all got to do it with me.
We don't.
When there's trouble, you know who to call. Teen Titans from their tower. They can see it all.
You a fucking fool.
Teen Titans.
What?
When the evil is on the attack, you can rest knowing they got your back. Because when the world is losing all control, Teen Titans go.
Oh my god.
You ill, bro. You're ill, bro. You're ill.
Oh man, I was trying to think of like the most outrageous thing I could do in this live tonight. I was gonna show up with shades. My 60 seconds. I was gonna make my 60 seconds just me saying the theme song until the title went out. I was like, nah, let me not
do. Hey, bro, you got me hot.
Oh man, that theme song legit though.
Oh my god.
Oh man, but that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That was our Cartoon Network versus Tuesday tournament. Which Cartoon Network show is king? We had 16 wonderful contestants, but it can only be one. Teen Titan takes it.
What
Wow.
the comments looking like?
Everybody laughing at me with my poem.
Dark Sage said time to copyright the strike.
Antoine said that was beautiful. Deanna Harper said I'm Dark
hey, bro, you got me
said,
with that.
Y'all laughing. Ooh, got me laughing.
Man. Ooh, audience, what tournament y'all want us to do next?
Hey, shoot us some ideas. I think
I ain't gonna lie.
somebody said we
do
should
a talk show one. Not a talk show, but like iCarly, That's So Raven.
Oh, live action.
Live action.
Yeah, live action.
Sitcom.
Yeah, there we go. That's all I'm looking for.
Sitcom.
We should do that.
If we did, could we do like Nickelodeon versus Disney? Like if we did like 8 Disney, 8 Nickelodeon contestants.
I think Nickelodeon has enough shows to do a tournament by itself.
If we did 16 and 16, we only need 8 Nickelodeon shows. So that would be iCarly, Zoe 101, Victorious, Big Time Rush, Sam and Cat, and
yeah.
I mean that you got to put it in there.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling to find a 6.
I remember that H2O show I used to like when there was mermaids.
Man, listen.
Drake and Josh.
Drake and
Josh. There you go. That's the 6 on the Nickelodeon side. And we had to do 6 on Disney. That's So Raven. Hannah Montana. Wizards of Waverly Place.
Ooh, that was fire. Wizards of Waverly Place was fire.
Mm-hmm.
What are the live actions that Disney has?
Good Luck Charlie.
Dang, I gotta look this up.
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, thank you.
And then Sweet Life guys.
Lizzie McGuire.
And Lizzie McGuire.
Okay, that's 6, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually got more. We could have did even. We could have threw even Stevens in there too. We forgot Phil of the Future.
Phil of the Future.
Ooh, we gotta throw them in there.
We can make that. We can put that in ideas backlog.
Make it work.
We can do that.
Boy Meets World.
Facts.
That's going back. If we do Boy Meets World, we got to do
Corey in the House. Corey in the House was good.
I mean, Nick. If we did Nick at Night, we could be throwing in George Lopez and a few others too.
But that's more adult though, because if we go George Lopez, then what's the Disney equivalent of George Lopez?
Disney show didn't have like a Disney at Night version, mature. I'll give you that.
Did we say?
KC Undercover.
Yeah, that's Zendaya. That's the second show she did after Shake It Up.
Oh, I can see that.
I can see that.
Well, before we close out, I gotta do show and tell.
Not show and tell.
Hello, Lana.
I got Trafalgar Law. It took a lot to get this.
How much
did it cost?
No retail, but it could go for a lot probably in like a few months. It's like it got the sticker.
Okay.
But I was excited to get it. I got the worst generation now.
That looked like a smooth $60.
I pay retail for most of my Funkos because I try to get them on release, except for like the old ones.
Gotcha.
Hey y'all ready to go? Or because I want to talk about something.
What you want to talk about? What's up?
I want to talk about these trailers that just dropped.
Hey,
the past 2 days. We got a secret. I'm gonna say this. So the tournament is over. Me, Ryan, and Ralph are about to give y'all a little live Blur Mob podcast regular episode flavor. If you want to stay and listen to the discussion, feel free to stay and hang out. Let us know how you feel. But everybody else, peace and love, and we will see you guys next time. So let's get into it. We got Secret Invasion, Blue Beetle, and Into the Spider-Verse dropped the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And
I haven't seen the Spider-Verse one.
I did not send it.
The Spider-Verse. You did send it in the
I
Twitter
did?
group. Yeah, it's in the Twitter group. But let's talk about, but while Ryan trying to catch up, let's start with the first one that dropped on Sunday. Secret Invasion.
Hey, that look heat. That
was good.
Hey, that gave me that gave me Captain America Winter Soldier vibes.
Yeah.
That look good. That look good.
Like, I'm still unsure how they're going to integrate the Secret Invasion storyline into the show. I'm assuming, based on a little bit more of the information that they gave us, there may be some bullshit that goes down after Guardians of the Galaxy that may be leading up to that. Maybe.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Got something in my throat. Hold on. Because they said something it was one of the words on the trailer that made me think. I was like, okay, something must have happened in Guardians of the Galaxy that is bringing them to this point. Because it looks like there's a lot of shit going on, and it's just like, from the stuff that we seen, I don't know how y'all got to this point.
Yeah, it looks like it's a war going on in the background, and like, how did all of that get started? It's not with the green people that he wanted it on Earth, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the backstory of Secret Invasion, and I don't know how they're going to integrate this, is that the Skrulls had been on Earth for a long time. Like, so for Darkseid, the Skrulls, if you remember from Captain Marvel, those were the people that at first we had assumed was the enemy. The aliens that had came down and were disguising themselves as other people. In the Secret Invasion storyline, the Skrulls had been on Earth forever and had replaced a good few of the Avengers and were playing their life, just going about oh, my bad.
I think he was saying it for me because I said the green people.
Oh.
Yeah.
My bad. Sorry for comic explaining. But in Secret Invasion, they had been on the Earth and had replaced like a good multitude of the Avengers, and they were playing their roles so well that they didn't even remember that they were Skrulls.
Huh. So in the original storyline, what happened to the folks whose lives they replaced? Did they had an experiment? They was on another planet.
They had like abducted them or something like that. But I do remember that the original heroes did get out, and how they, were differentiating between who were the real Avengers and who were the Skrulls is that you could tell by the costumes. And everybody had these old ass, dated ass costumes And then that's how you could tell like how far off from where they had been kidnapped to now.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Sage brought up a good point too, that about Fantastic Four not being out yet because Reed Richards played a part in the Secret Invasion storyline. Him, Iron Man, and Doctor Strange. And Iron Man's gone. Doesn't look like Doctor Strange is going to be in here, and we haven't been introduced to Reed Richards yet.
So they not finna do no weird twist where like half the Avengers that were in the Final War.
Now they did say something in the trailer that the Avengers are gone. I don't know if they mean that, like, you know, after Avengers Endgame there is no official Avengers team, or if they mean like they really gone, like something didn't happen to the remaining Avengers.
It is interesting to see where they're gonna put this. It's quite interesting.
Sage brought up a good point. Wong is the Sorcerer Supreme now, so maybe it's possible that the role that Doctor Strange played in Secret Invasion, Wong, might show up.
Okay, and in the Secret Invasion storyline, was their goal to like just eradicate all the Skrulls from Earth? Like, what was their motivation in that storyline?
I forgot what the Skrulls' motivation was. Why they were replacing everybody. I'm gonna have to go back, but I'm interested. They got Emilia Clarke. They done brought Miss Daenerys into the MCU. I'm excited to see her acting again. I'm excited to see Samuel L. Jackson back as Nick Fury. This is really giving. I feel like this is gonna give that Captain America Winter Soldier like that dark theme, type series that we need, because everything has just been like so super powered, except for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Everything has, and Hawkeye, which I don't like to remember, but I digress.
Yeah,
I'm interested though. It drops. Darkseid said, "I wish it was a movie. I'm afraid of it being a show." I
just hope they don't drag it out.
The way the movies have been going, I think a show might be a bit of fresh air.
This is the first MCU series to actually grab me because I wouldn't categorize myself as an MCU fan, but this was the first one that made me go, I'm going to get that Disney Plus trial run and try to binge it all once it's fully released.
If I had to agree with Sage, because people have been complaining about the shows, if I had to agree with Sage, my complaint would be if they don't give Secret Invasion enough episodes to really flesh out the plot. The only show that really got multiple, like a season's worth of episodes is WandaVision, because WandaVision got 13 and then everybody else got like 8.
Oh, you hurt my feelings. And some of the Shang-Chi was one of my favorite movies from this phase.
Shang-Chi was good. Now Eternals, I'm gonna let you ponder that on yourself.
I enjoyed Eternals, but it definitely wasn't.
Eternals should have been a series. Now, if any one of those movies,
it needed time to be fleshed out with all those characters.
Yeah, that should have been a series.
Give us one character per episode to learn about, and
expand on these relationships they got going on, like with Angelina Jolie and the old dude.
I think they still could have made it a series, but now I'm understanding why it had to be a movie, why it had to have that pizzazz on it. Because in Thunderbolts, the celestial that was growing out of the earth has now turned into an island. And the theory for the plot of Thunderbolts is that the team with Bucky, Yelena, and all of them are supposed to be going to that island to mine for adamantium. And if you guys remember what adamantium is, that's what gave Wolverine the metal-ass claws.
Right. So is this probably going to be their way of trying to tie in X-Men or Fantastic Four? Like we still ain't got no word on none of those, huh?
Fantastic Four is supposed to be coming out 2026. It's supposed to be it's phase 6 alongside the Kang
Yeah,
Dynasty
Kang Dynasty
and
and
Secret Wars.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Red Hulk. Not in Secret Invasion. They said Red Hulk is supposed to be coming in Captain America 4. That's why they replaced when rest in peace when the original actor for Ross passed, they recast it as Harrison Ford. And a podcast that I listened to was like they would not cast such a big actor as Harrison Ford if they didn't have any plans for him. Oh, Darkseid said in Thunderbolts.
Hmm.
I don't know if he would show up in Thunderbolts because it's supposed to be focused on Valentina's team.
Hmm.
The Tracksuit Squad.
Yeah, where everybody got the same
Okay.
powers.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But let's
I'm watching Secret Invasion. I'll watch it.
Secret
I'll
Invasion
watch it.
drops June 21st, 2023. So make sure you guys are seated, your Disney Plus subscription ready. Let's move on to the second trailer that released on Monday, the Blue Beetle trailer. How do we feel about that?
It looks good. It looks good.
I,
However, given DC's recent movies, I don't know how much faith I can carry based on that trailer.
I'll give you that.
I felt very neutral, and I don't know if it's because of my lack of, I guess, history of Blue Beetle. Maybe I just don't know like what type of vibe the character's supposed to give. But it was giving me like Sky High vibes. Like it felt really young, youthful. It didn't really seem like it was tackling any of the deep things I typically care for or what I come to expect from DC. It didn't look bad. The suit looked amazing. Don't get me wrong. The graphics was there, but it was giving me like a. It felt Marvelish and it felt like something I'll see on Disney or something. I don't know. That's what the trailer gave me with the
My
music.
only counterpart is that Jaime Reyes is a teenager, and he was a teenager when he got the Blue Beetle Scarab. So
Okay.
I'm not for his introduction, his origin story movie. That's what I was expecting. A teenager getting superpowers, that coming of age superhero style movie. And that's what I expected. And that's what the trailer gave. So,
Hmm.
um, looking at the comments, so James Gunn has announced that Blue Beetle is the first movie of the DCU.
Mm-hmm.
And that they are going to once this movie comes out, they're going to find a way to continue integrating him into the universe. I don't know how, but that's what they said.
Hmm. Okay.
They
Also,
need one hell of a plan.
so the chapter 1 stuff came out, but it looks like I'm not sure how Blue Beetle will fit in that if they're starting everybody off like extremely young
Mm-hmm.
because um in Young Justice when Blue Beetle and all of them had got introduced, like the Justice League was like super old. The kids from Young Justice season 1 were grown, and he was like that second generation Young Justice.
Uh, See, it's. I'm gonna watch it because I know we got to watch it and talk about it. But it's from the trailer. It's giving me. I would watch it on HBO Max once it's streamable.
I think it's gonna be good. I need to look into who's the expected protagonist of the movie, but I think it's going to be good. Going
Okay,
as Dark Sage's comment, I did hear that they're calling it a unapologetic Latino movie.
Mm.
I
so they're going for like Black Panther vibes.
and that's what I've been
Yeah.
seeing on the back end, like in the comments. I don't mind it, but I hope they stay genuine the thing that I really liked about Black Panther, Shang-Chi, and Miss Marvel is that they really took the time to play into the culture and the ethnicities that these characters are centered around. And they did a really good job with Black Panther. They did a really good job with Shang-Chi. And they did a really good job with Miss Marvel. If DC is trying to do the same thing, I hope it's genuine.
See, and that's the key word right there, is that it's genuine. Because the thing about what I liked about Shang-Chi and Black Panther, what you just named, it was in the culture. The culture was represented. It was there, but the focus wasn't. This is a Asian inspired movie. This is a black movie. It was. This is a great movie in this setting with these surrounding supporting cast, the supporting themes, and everything else. It played a part in it, but it wasn't like, oh, we're only trying to force this down your throat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like Black
And
Panther
that's
was still a superhero story. Shang-Chi was still a superhero story.
Yeah.
That's what I appreciated about them.
I hope they do it like they did Young Justice when Blue Beetle was first starting out. Is that they did do touchbacks to his culture where he, sat down and talked to like the elders in his neighborhood about how to deal with his powers and how to deal with the scarab. But it wasn't
Mhm.
like, let's focus in on his race. This was just a part of his story with accepting that responsibility of being Blue Beetle, and then that played into his actions going forward in the storyline.
Seeing if they translate that properly, I could see it being pretty good.
Yeah.
They just gotta translate that to the big screen really well.
I
I hope they can do it with this being their reset of the timeline. I hope
Yeah.
they can start off on a good note.
I what's weird to me, and I said this before in an earlier episode when they talked about resetting the whole thing, was weird. Whoops. Let's rewind. The Flash. So this Blue Beetle is dropping after the Flash. So it's gonna be the timeline would
Mhm.
already be reset at this point.
Okay.
Right.
I just thought about that. So
I'll
really,
retract my statement.
really, as you know,
Because this is the beginning of said new timeline. Like this is the we got a whole new DC. We don't know who the current Batman is, current Superman, none of that yet. This
right,
is the
Right.
new, yeah.
right. So
It's
this
an
would be the
interesting
first
start.
this would be the first movie coming off of that whole Flashpoint paradox thing that they're doing. So we'll see.
So for comic book lore, when it came to Blue Beetle during his lifetime, how established were the other heroes in the comics? Like
So
being that the new DC universe is starting with Blue Beetle discovering the Scarab, was around the same time period in the comics, like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman already established? Was the Justice League already established? How did that go about?
so Jaime Reyes is not the first Blue Beetle. There was a Blue Beetle
Uh
before him named Ted Cord. And when Ted Cord passed the mantle, in some storylines, Ted Cord passed down the mantle to Jaime Reyes. In some storylines, it was just Jaime Reyes and the Scarab. So I'm assuming that since it's Jaime and we're skipping over Ted Cord, and I'm not sure if they're gonna put Ted Cord in it, but since it's Jaime, it's gonna look like it's everybody's already existed.
Okay.
okay. So that's good. No more freaking intro movies, because we tired of seeing Batman and Superman, and I don't want to see another Wonder Woman intro. I'd rather
I
they be there.
Well, they did not confirm a Batman nor a Wonder Woman movie. I think Batman is I know Wonder
I,
Woman for sure. They're doing an Amazon series based on Themyscira. I
Okay.
It's the
I thought
Batman.
Batman got renewed for the second movie.
No, not
But
that's
he's not in the
outside of that's not in the
Okay.
DCU
Okay.
though.
DCU.
Gotcha.
If you're talking about Robert Pattinson's Batman, yes,
Yeah.
two is
Twilight
coming out,
Batman.
but that's not DCU.
Okay. Gotcha.
They're
Hmm.
doing some Batman and Son thing actually alongside Superman, and I think it's supposed to be a movie. So I think they are bringing back Batman. I don't. So they are rebooting Batman.
So you think they're going to be focusing on? all the kids? Like, is the new universe really going to be? Is you think it's going to be
No,
more focused on Young Justice type stuff?
no, because
Okay,
James Gunn is writing the Superman movie, and he already announced that this is going to be a younger Superman, which was part of the reason why they weren't bringing back Henry Cavill
you're right. You're
for the
right.
role.
Okay.
Okay,
They
you're right
also,
about
I
that.
also saw something a couple days ago is that the vision for the Justice League is going to be based off new Young Justice, not Young Justice, Justice League New Frontier, which is basically like when all of them were like starting off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like some Martian Manhunter and all of the and Hawk Girl and all of them.
From what I remember from the Justice League New Frontier movie, it was Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern,
Mm-hmm.
and the Flash might have been in there. Oh, Martian
Okay.
Manhunter was in there because they drew him real ugly, and I was like, why he looked like that? He was in there. They may do Hawkman instead of Hawk Girl.
I mean, hey, I'm gonna be honest. In my opinion, Martian Manhunter was a very interesting superhero. I would love to if James gonna do a movie for him independent. I would love to see that.
I really
I
all we
want
all we
Robin.
all we need to know, they bring in Robin when they do Batman and Son. The Batman and
Okay,
Son
cool.
is supposed to be Bruce Wayne and Damian.
Gotcha.
So
That will it be Hal Jordan there?
I hate Hal Jordan. I just want to put that out there. I hate Hal Jordan.
You really don't like Hal Jordan.
I don't like Hal Jordan. Like, he is the worst Green Lantern. Like, if you guys could put anybody else, if I had to pick any other Green Lantern other than John Stewart, there are plenty that I would pick.
I just want to see a decent Green Lantern movie in general. Like DC has some of my favorite heroes. I've been knew about DC heroes. I want to see them come to light. I just want James Gunn to do them all justice. I don't care who it is.
Now that
It could be Hal.
Dark Sage mentioned it, I think the Green Lantern Corps is getting a show.
Oh, so okay. So is the focus going to be on the entire core, like it's John Stewart and all his friends, or is it like him on Earth?
If they're doing the core, it has to be all of them.
Yeah.
So they're going to go into like the lore of the Yellow Lanterns, Red Lanterns, and all that other stuff, probably.
Probably. I know if it's a show, I know off rip they're gonna do the Yellow Lanterns because Sinestro.
Yeah.
If you ever watch, my dad used to watch it. I couldn't get into it, but alongside Young Justice, they were also streaming a Green Lantern animated series that went into the lore of all of the different rings. Like, they did the Red Lantern Corps, the white, the blue, all of those guys.
Okay. Because I enjoyed the last movie. I think you said you didn't care for it. The last animated movie they just dropped for Green Lantern.
I haven't watched it.
I
I gotta
enjoyed
go.
it.
I gotta go watch it. I watched the Batman Superman Battle of the Super Sons, and that was pretty cool.
I need to watch that. I pressed play and then I got distracted. One Piece then hurt me lately. Wasn't it all CGI for the show?
Yeah, it
Huh.
was that 3D type.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what I didn't like about it.
That people only go for that when they don't want to invest in the show. That's what they doing for these Seven Deadly Sins movies. And I was like, y'all destroying that franchise for no reason.
But let's get into this last trailer so we can go ahead and shut this down. Into the Spider-Verse, dropping June 2nd. How do we feel about that?
I'm gonna take a back seat on this conversation since
I
I loved it. the fact that they brought the meme, but everybody loved it.
Everybody was
Stop Spider-Man. Like, I loved it. Like, oh boy, they gave us a little bit more with Into the Spider-Verse.
Mm-hmm.
They definitely gave us some more to look forward to. The fight, the end fight, it looks like it's going to be good. at least I think it's gonna be. I think that's gonna be the end fight with I guess you might as well say Super Supreme Spider-Man
No, that's
versus Miles or
Spider-Man.
something.
Was it
I know he
Spider-Man?
was the original Spider-Man that like brought everybody together and stuff, but
He's talking about Oscar Isaac's character. He's like Spider-Man 99 or something like that.
okay. And also the fact that they mentioned our current MCU.
Yeah. He said, we're not doing what Doctor Strange did. Yeah, Spider-Man 2099. He said, we're not doing
Mm-hmm.
what Doctor Strange did with that nerd little kid on Earth 19999. And I was like, reference?
Nothing. That's kind of funny.
I was like, uh-oh.
So
I'm excited.
I wonder them saying that is kind of a small introduction to bring him into MCU, even though we kind of feel like he's gonna come.
My theory on this is that I don't think Sony is gonna do anything with Marvel. Now
Mm.
that they made this deal with Amazon to make all of those Spider-Verse shows,
Oh yeah,
and then the question has even been surrounding Tom Holland is if he's even gonna come back as Spider-Man. And at first it was like, nah, I'm gonna take a break, and then he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come back, and then
silence.
yeah, so but if they do anything with Marvel, it's probably gonna be some years off. Miles was referenced in Spider-Man Homecoming, but I don't know when they're gonna bring him in.
Yeah.
Or if they even have plans to bring him in.
Well, what did you think about the trailer food?
Man, I was just like seeing all of the Spider-Man and just following Miles' journey. I'm excited for it.
Mm.
And what was I about to say? The animation still looks great. And then I had a thing. I'm excited to see Spider-Woman voiced by Issa Rae.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how Oscar
Hmm.
Isaac does Spider-Man 2099. And I don't know, I was excited for this movie when they first announced it, even before they broke it into two parts, even before they showed the first trailer. Like when I was excited for it when it was supposed to drop last year.
Yeah. I was ready for the drop last year.
Like this is Sony's like best piece of sliced bread in media. Like this is that slice of bread. This is the Wonder Bread of the
Right
this
in the middle.
this is the
Ain't
piece of
got
Wonder
dent it.
Bread that's right in the middle of the loaf for Sony.
No dents, perfect curvature to it. Just
Cause
Don't expire for another 2 weeks.
cause
mm-hmm.
everything else has been falling flat. Venom flat. Morbius.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen Morbius. I won't be
Hot boo boo
seeing.
garbage.
I won't be
I
seeing Morbius.
I wanted Venom to be good so bad. I wanted that to be good. Like I wanted Venom to. I watched Venom and said it's not that bad. You know what I'm saying? That's how I went in watching Venom, and it didn't suffice.
So this is like the one thing that they can get right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
All right.
I'm
that's
putting my
the.
money to the side.
I just wanted to talk about these trailers because they just been back to back to back. But that is it, y'all. I just wanted to talk trailers right quick. Thanks to everybody who stayed. Thanks to everybody who participated in the tournament. One more time. Follow us on our social media platforms. We're on Instagram at the Blurred Mob Pod. We're on Twitter at the Blurred Mob. And you can find us on Facebook and TikTok at the Blurred Mob Podcast. Subscribe and follow if you haven't already, and like this video. Hit us up on Twitter. Use our hashtag Join the Mob Nerds and let us know how you felt about the end of the tournament, and let us know how you felt about our discussion about the trailers. Hit up our affiliate links on our link tree at linktr.ee/theblurredmob and the same at the Blurred Mob Pod releases. We got one more comment from the Dark Sage. Y'all got Ko-fi or something?
It's a donation website.
We do not.
Oh, nah.
I was waiting for somebody to tell me what that is.
I got you.
I was like, y'all know it, right?
When I saw Ralph shaking his head, I said he gonna say it in a minute. He gonna say what it is in a minute.
We still new to this phase, so we still figuring all that stuff out.
Let me write that down. Write that down. Write that down.
Yeah, that's like a Patreon thing, essentially. Is that what it is?
So Ko-fi is a way to give out your PayPal or whatever you hook it up to. Well, it syncs through the PayPal, and it's like, hey, if you want to donate, it gets sent straight to your PayPal, and you have money.
How didn't you
instead of just that? Nobody said they wanted a donation pot.
We got an ideas backlog that we log into every day. You could have said, hey, donation pot.
All right. But while Ryan try to figure out why Ralph ain't tell us about Ko-fi, thank you guys for watching. And this is the mob checking out. Peace.